Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful spring day and getting some nice warm weather. My tree just dropped something on me. But today we're going to be doing, you guessed it, Easter decor. I am so excited because Easter is one of my favorite holidays to celebrate with my kids. Easter egg hunting and the cute little bunnies and chicks and jelly beans and all the most happy things. I can't wait to make over all of these thrift finds into something adorable and ready for Easter. This little chalkboard slash dry erase board was broken. We got it at the thrift store for $1.99, which I'm guessing I probably overpaid for that. But I think we can fix it and turn it into a fun Easter game for the kids. Before I can do any kind of DIY on this, I definitely need to take that price tag off of there and fix the broken part.
There can't be no light if darkness don't exist. He never left my side. He showed me the way out of all the storms raging at the sea. He gave me back my life. I owe him everything.
Next, I'm going to pull out my Cricut and get on Design Space and pull up some cool stuff to put on to this little chalkboard that I have here. On the chalkboard side, I want to put a sign that says egg hunt with an arrow. And then on Easter, when we do our Easter egg hunt, I can put this out and the kids will love it. I think they're going to love like following the arrow and seeing that, oh, we're going to go Easter egg hunting. And my kids love celebrating holidays and doing all these little cute, cheesy things for the different holidays, and Easter is one of our favorites as a family. So I just picked out a cute, already made little sign that said egg hunt, and then I'm grabbing an arrow and I'm going to put it all together, and then what you do afterwards is you select it all and click weld, and that makes it one image to be cut by your Cricut machine. And you guys, having a Cricut is such a good investment. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I use my Cricut all the time, but I use it for every season and every holiday, whether I'm making decorations or I'm making a gift for someone, or I literally make shirts for my kids regularly with my Cricut, and their materials are so easy to use, and that's why I prefer the Cricut over the other ones, just because of how easy it is to use. I do not have time to learn super complicated stuff for these other machines that exist out there to cut things, and the Design Space makes everything so simple. I am terrible with doing like digital designing, and I can't figure out how to make things look cute and picking fonts and all that stuff, and so I just use the stuff that's already made on Design Space and kind of make it my own here and there. And they have so much on there to choose from that once you get on there, you're going to be like, okay, I need to find something else to put this on because I just saw this graphic on there and it is so cute. I have to use it on something because it is so cute. This part right here, I'm doing a first, second, third, and fourth place to put on the back side, on the dry erase side of this chalkboard. That way, when we do all the different egg hunts, the kids can get really excited and write their name next to which place they get by how many eggs they picked up. And I know my two oldest are really competitive, so they're gonna love erasing each other's names and putting their name over the other one, because you know you can't just do one egg hunt, you have to do like 10 of them. The kids never want to stop. They just keep saying, can you hide it again, can you hide it again? Now for the first, second, third, and fourth place graphic that I'm putting on here, I want to put them each in a different color. Since this is Easter, you know, you got to use all the different pastels. It's got to be this beautiful, fun, colorful thing, like a bowl full of jelly beans. And I got this tube of different permanent vinyls that had all the cute pastels in it. And I will link all the stuff I'm using today in the description box down below. But I'm going to cut them into the size of the font that I used and then stick them on my mat, and then it will cut all of it for me just like this. And you'll see what I mean when I go to weed it right here. It cut everything perfectly for me, and then I can go over that with my transfer tape and it will keep everything covered and aligned perfectly for me to just take off of here and put straight onto my whiteboard like this. It really is that simple.
Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. in the name of the Lord forever and always. I rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in the name of the Lord always. He carried me to shore, held me through the pain. He loved me at my worst. I thank him every day. I will put him first, 'cause he did that for me. He sacrificed himself so I could find my peace. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in the name.
This little cutting board I got from the Goodwill bins, and it has cutting marks all over it. So I think this is a really good candidate for a fun makeover, and it would be great countertop decor. The front side has quite a bit of knife marks in it, so I'm going to do a fun paint wash on here, and I'm not going to paint along the sides or the back because I'd like that staying wood. And I'm going to be very careful with using my foam brush to do a flat edge all the way around the edge, so that way I don't have any paint bleeding over the edge of the sides. And I'm going for this really distressed whitewashed look. For the graphic that I want to put on here, I think that there's like a million choices that I could have chosen for this, but I picked the one that to me looked the cutest. It's kind of farmhouse, a little bit cottage style, and it also leaves room for me to add on some cute little carrots that I got from the Goodwill bins the other day. And I'm just using some black vinyl. This is actually removable vinyl, and that's good because if later on I want to change out this cutting board to be a different holiday decoration, then I can totally do that. It's easier to take the removable one off. But I just cut it out, and then I'm going to weed out the design and stick it to my cute little cutting board.
Joy to his name every single day, 'cause he never left our sight. He showed us the way. Rejoice, rejoice in the name of the Lord forever and always. There can't be no light if darkness don't exist. He never left my side. He showed me the way.
The sign turned out even better than I had pictured it in my head, and I love it very much. And also, I love that song that I put on this video today. That woman has got a good voice. But let's move on to the next one. These cute little eggs have ribbons on them so you can hang them from a tree. So I thought this would make a great DIY. And not only that, but we can customize this to make it special for our family. I cleaned up the bucket using some Lysol wipes, and I was going to use it to make a little Easter tree, but then I realized my son's going to need a metal bucket. This is going to be a perfect Easter basket for him because he is rough on his toys. And I think those other baskets, he'd probably end up breaking one of them, at least the handle or something. But I'm going to have his name on here so that he can feel special and be excited about having his own metal bucket. He's my only son. I have 4 children, and he is my only son. I have 3 daughters, and they're all wonderful, and they get along really well, but he is all boy. I found this stack of 3 Easter baskets at the Goodwill store, and it was 99 cents. And I think she actually charged me 99 cents total, although they're each priced 99 cents. I can't remember seeing her separate them. I'll have to look back at the receipt, but either way, 99 cents for these adorable little baskets, and we're going to make these customized for my little ones. Like I was telling you earlier when I was making that cute little scoreboard game for our Easter egg hunt, my oldest 2 daughters are really competitive, and then my youngest daughter is much, much younger than my older 2 daughters. So they have this really unique dynamic where the 2 of them are constantly competing, but together they just adore their baby sister. And so I think this is going to make for a really cute set of 3 baskets for my 3 girls, and I'm going to customize them with their own ribbon bow on top in different colors that they'll get to choose on Easter. I haven't shown them this. I think I'm going to wait until Easter to show them the baskets that I made for them, but I think they're going to have a blast, and I can already picture them running through the yard picking up all the different eggs that we've hidden. This year is going to be Rory's 2nd Easter, so I wonder if she'll somehow remember picking up Easter eggs as a 1-year-old. I don't know, but we'll see. This year she's 2, and I think it's going to be even more special. I did a cool whitewash on all of these. I'm sure you already noticed, but I wanted to kind of brighten them up a little bit. I thought that they were looking a little dull in their original finish, but I picked some nice, vibrant, and bright ribbons to create some bows on top of the baskets.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I'm lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer.
This cute little wooden crate has some wording on it already, but it's not really my cup of tea. I think that the wording size is just, it doesn't go well with this piece. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to go totally cutesy Easter on this thing, maybe a little bit farmhouse cottagey style, and really make this thing shine. I took some 150 grit and sanded off all of that design, and I also sanded the whole exterior of this little crate as well. And then I'm going to pick a design off of Design Space. I really liked this one, but I wanted to take the flowers off of there and just have them be like little grass sprigs. And then I sent it to my machine to cut using some smart stencil material. I love using the stencil stuff on my Cricut, especially because of what I do here on YouTube is tons of furniture flips and decorations for your home, and so having the ability to create any kind of stencil you want is really helpful. And I'm just gonna weed it out and then get my stencil up onto my crate and do a cute little paint finish.
My heart open so you hear my prayer. In times that are changing and when hope is fading, I know I can turn to your embrace. 'Cause there's so much beauty under your heaven, and I'm grateful every day. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I'm lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day.
I am so impressed with how this turned out. I'm so glad that I went in with a few different colors on this stencil too, because it turned out looking so beautiful and kind of high end. Like, I feel like I could have bought this at Kirkland's. And you know I love me some Kirkland's. I just don't love me the Kirkland's prices. I mean, they have to charge what they have to charge because they have really cool stuff, but that doesn't mean that we can always afford it. But we can DIY it, that's for sure. So this crate that I got from the Goodwill bins now looks like something I spent a pretty penny on. Let's go on to the next one. This little frame I picked up from the Goodwill bins, and I think that it is just asking for a cute little bunny inside. So instead of having to figure out how to draw a bunny or paint a bunny, I am going to use my Cricut to cut one out. And this time I'm going to cut it out on fabric. So when you cut fabric with your Cricut Explore, you have to put on some stabilizer in the back. So that is what I have here. And I'm going to iron that on and then cut out the part that I will need for this project. It's a really small little bunny, and I'm making sure to use a very thin, simple cotton fabric with that fused stabilizer on the back. I've heard of people using like freezer paper or wax paper, but I would stick with the actual stabilizers because that's what they are made to do. Or you can test it out and see how it works yourself, but this worked really well for me. It came off super easily, and you do need to have a special fabric mat to do the fabric cutting, as well as using the fine tip blade that is made to cut fabric, and I had that in my Cricut when I cut. And I'm just going to cut out some cardboard from an Amazon box and then cover that in some pretty fabric in a light green color, and then that will be the background for my cute little framed picture of my bunny. And you know I'm obsessed with blue and white, so this blue and white bunny is just amazing. I think it is so cute. I couldn't stop staring at it after I was done. And when I was taking my after pictures, I was like really zooming into that blue and white fabric. I don't know what it is about blue and white. I know I am not the only one to love blue and white, and it's been a classic design for a very, very long time. And I don't see it going out of style anytime soon. And with how much cottage decor is so popular right now, I think cutting out fabric like this and framing it is the perfect DIY to decorate your space for super cheap. Now look at everything all together. Look at all we created today, and we did it in one day, guys. I did all these projects in one day. That is how easy it is to DIY stuff that you find from the thrift store. Do it for cheap, use what you have, and invest in a Cricut. And while we're over here, I'm going to show you a quick look at some of the decor that I have on my shelves in my giant china hutch in my dining room. I love decorating this thing for all the different holidays and seasons, and my new pieces look so good in there. I'm going with a bunny and carrot theme for my hutch that I decorated. And if you guys are interested in seeing a decorate with me video for Easter, please let me know. Sometimes my decorate with me videos don't do as well as my DIY videos, so I'm just genuinely curious how many people would actually want to see a video where I'm mostly just decorating my own home. I mean, it is getting kind of down to the wire as far as getting the house decorated for Easter, because Easter's in March this year, which just totally messed me up. The time change, Easter's in March, February had an extra day, but it's been a whirlwind, and I'm so glad that you are here today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!